p.m. on the 23rd before we collect. I'll say that more times during it because we want people in the community. But the way it works, and let me be clear, like when we were recruiting people to be board members for the Liberty Community Land Trust, that's the formal name. We kind of said, if you want to just do 3 or 4 homes a year, this is not the space for you. We are about doing this on a massive scale, taking basically thousands of units off of the speculative real estate market, because that is what is necessary for us to preserve a Black LA. All of the homes, all of the apartment buildings where flippers are coming in.
And by flippers, you mean those folks that buy houses, turn them around for a profit.
Buy houses and renovate them and then sell them out at more than that. And that used to be a good thing, Dominique, when we had a whole bunch of abandoned homes 20 years ago. People were coming in. It was a small Black handyman or contractor that would do it. And, you know, a house that otherwise was a nuisance that's not what's happening now anymore. There's a difference.
Yep.
These are now mostly not from our community flippers who are knocking on grandmama's door every day, harassing them.
And by grandmama, you mean me, because they keep knocking on my door. No, I'm about ready to clock these folks. Look, now it's Beverly Hills realtors bothering me. I'm like, look, I'm gonna be the last Black woman on this block. Do not come over here.
But see, look, and this is the core of it, Dominique. You got to get your neighbors to understand that. Why are you even these are black realtors, and one of our amazing leaders on the Liberty Community Land Trust is a realtor. Her name is Kim Yergin. These deals would not be possible without our grandmama at downtown Crenshaw. She says, we could not, she's in her 70s, we could not even imagine when I started, or even not that long ago, be able to knock on a door and get a listing in Beverly Hills. How are Black people giving these listings to realtors, white realtors in the South Bay, Beverly Hills, Hollywood Hills, the Valley? Are you joking? You can't even just make sure the 2 or 3% cut goes to a Black person? Come on now. This is just like, we got to get people to understand that. Before you put your house up, just talk to the people on your block. See if somebody's got a nephew, a kid who wants to come back. These are things that we used to do, and we got to get back to that community. In so many respects, the Community Land Trust downtown Crenshaw is about bringing people together to recognize our shared destiny and the necessity of us being at least at the same table, sharing our disagreements and identifying our commonalities so we can move forward as a community together. These are little things people can do even when they fail. But yeah, get them off your block. Turn on the sprinklers when these flippers and realtors come to it so they don't come back. I'm not saying do what they do, but find some kind of way you get a dog barking at them. Anyway, so yes, our goal is to actually build this up into a structure, into a system where we can take these homes off the speculative market. We're able to move quickly and provide all class close offers. It's a little bit more complicated when you're talking about apartment building, just because there's more complexities within that. But especially when it comes to the single-family homes, then we draw down public dollars. There are affordable housing renovation dollars. There are green dollars, because we want to renovate these properties so that they, meet the need of having plain green spaces. Right? We're in a cancer cluster. We're next to the largest urban. We're in the largest urban oil field in America is at our footstep. Thankfully, it looks like it's coming to close for the advocacy of many leaders in our community for decades. And so how do we do these renovations and do them with Black people, Black architects? We're using Black realtors to acquire these things, Black contractors, do these renovations. And the way we do it is actually the way we create affordability is by adding a backyard home. Now, I want to be clear. There are people who are adding backyard homes for the purpose of creating less affordability in our community. They're not doing it for the purpose of sharing the cost across the two or three structures so that they can get down to a level affordable to the community. But when we add that backyard home and that second space for a person to buy, then we're able to take that, $700,000 cost and then bring it down to a cost affordable. But most people can do this, and this is the frustrating part, Dominique. Anyone can do this right now. They can buy a $700,000 home, put $300,000 into it to create a backyard and do the renovation in the home they buy, and then sell it for $1 million total, so $500,000 a piece. 700 plus 300 divided by 2. But they're not doing that. They're buying the $700,000 home. They're putting the backyard on there, and then they're selling it at $1.4 million. And I wish I was joking, but I've seen the listings myself. They're going in the opposite direction. So we're going in the opposite direction we should be going. We're trying to get back to the direction where we need to be. And one of the key things and ways in which a community land trust operates is it keeps the subsidy in the community. So when we draw down the public dollars, when we draw down the philanthropy, when we draw down the weatherization dollars, it allows a homeowner, a new homeowner, to be in the home, in the structure. But then when they sell it, they get some accrue in the value of the home. You know, you buy a home maybe this year, it's call it $300,000, and you sell it in 10 years, it's maybe $350,000 or $400,000. It doesn't go from $300,000 today to $600,000, you know, because that's what's happening to our community. Formerly affordable homes are now unaffordable, and they end up paying it forward. They end up being able to make sure that when they sell, if they sell, that the home is now affordable to the next family. And it's an amazing space and place. Community land trusts are not a new conversation in Leimert Park. They're not a new conversation in Crenshaw. And people say, well, we talked about this 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and they didn't go up. I said the reason it didn't happen then is because in 2000, you could buy a home in Leimert Park for $250,000. You could buy a home in Hyde Park in the high ones. Today, this is the only means of entry for most, not just low-income Black people, and that's a weird term to use because low-income in L.A. County is a family of four making under $94,000 a year.
Yeah.
But also middle-class Black people. We got to talk. It's one of those gentrification myths. Oh, there are all these young Black professionals who are out there that can buy these homes. Your lying eyes are not deceiving you. We got student loan debt. Do something about that, Joe Biden. We got problems being able to match speculators. We can't afford an $800,000 house. Otherwise, we would be here.
Yeah.
So that's the way the program works. We've been reluctant to broadcast it live in part because we want to spend the next 3 to 6 months fine tuning this so that we can really get to this at a big scale. Our goal of the community land trust was 10 units the first year. We're going to hit that. 100 units the second year. And then the real strong challenge comes at some point. How do you get to 1,000 units every year?
No one can accuse